Okay, this may be one of the harder receivers that the Overhaul that I've ever dealt with, because of the mechanical weirdness of it. Let's get oriented here. These are we've removed the 3-section oil-filled tub capacitors here. This is the front end of the receiver, and mixers in first IF, second IF. So we removed those tubs, and we figured out a way to replace the capacitors on the phenolic board. In some cases, there's a couple of wires that'll come up and tie to the tub cap and then go over to the board. So where that's the case, we removed excess wiring. We've rerouted the wire directly to the terminal on the board to simplify the wiring, and then we've added our new capacitors on the circuit board, and we'll turn around and see what it looks like on the other end. And in some cases, a wire just came straight up to one of the capacitors in a tub from a tube socket, and in that case we removed the wire and installed the capacitor directly on the tube socket. These are all bypass caps, or either they're DC audio decoupling caps or they're bypass caps. Mostly cathode and screen bypass caps. And so long lead length is no advantage. If the wire just came up to go to the capacitor and didn't tie to the terminal board instead as well, we just remove the wire. But often there'll be a cathode bypass capacitor and a cathode resistor on the board, and so in that case we've added the capacitor right to the board and connected the wire to the terminal. So that's what's been going on. Let me show you the other side. On some of the photographs I had these capacitors miswired, and I had this, or mislabeled. I had this as 53 and that 14. This is 14, RF amplifier, 39, 40, 53. So RF amplifier, oscillator, mixer IF. Let's look at the other side. Again, in some of the still photographs I had the numbering wrong. This is the correct numbering: 14, 39, 40, 53. And so up here you can see the capacitor as I've added with the wires sticking up. One of the things I've done is added a longer screw here and a bus bar lug. This is a negative, this is a ground terminal here with a little bus bar. So we're going to add a bus bar wire across from here to here, and all the ground ends of these capacitors will then tie to that bus bar wire, and it'll be all very neat and sanitary. And earlier in another video I called this a ground bus. This is not. This is the AVC bus here. Don't confuse them, and don't let them short out. This is elevated up here, and the bus, the ground bus will go across the top, and this is the AVC bus. So don't get confused. In some cases, as I said, we've added the bypass caps directly at the tube socket rather than having a 4 or 5 inch wire go up here to the back of the board for no purpose. Where there were 2 or 3 wires on one of these terminals, we moved the wires to the appropriate terminal on the phenolic board because there's an associated resistor or something there, and it made the connection. So you have to use your schematic to keep that straight. You can't do this if you're not following the schematic and you don't know what you're doing. Down here, there were 3 wires. These 3 green wires, if you can see them, are all filament bypass, and they all went up and tied to a terminal on a tub, but they didn't have any other connection in the radio. So what we did is we moved those green filament wires down here, and then we hot glued a capacitor right to the chassis, ran the ground wire over to a lug, and moved those 3 filament wires directly to the terminals of that capacitor. That was the most sanitary thing to do. There was no good mechanical way to put the capacitor up in there and connect those 3 wires to it. So that's what we did. So it continues like that. But that's the basic method, is to replace the capacitors on the back of the phenolic board, component board, just like Collins did with all these other components. These will get replaced, of course. This paper cap will get replaced. Anyway, this makes it nice and sanitary, and everything's in the same location it was before, so you could follow the old wires. And you know, if this was 14A, B, and C, it's still 14A, B, and C. No great mystery.